So lab 5. The first program basically checks the input if it's greater or less, greater than or equal to 40 or less than 100, less than or equal to 100, and then decides if it's a pass or a fail. Number 2 is just checking the two integers under the if-elif conditions, check if it's small, if which one's smaller or larger than the other, or if they're equal to each other. Number 3, it's just a two-number calculator, which with the if-elif, else conditions as to find the to use appropriate operators that the user selects. Number 4, it's just an if-else, elif-else statement to find the largest integer. Question 5, it's just an if-else statement inside a while loop. And question 6, it's two inputs. It's where two inputs are checked under nested if-else statements. To see the number, it's just another for loop with the range. So it selects so it just iterates every number from 101 to 999. It checks if they're divisible by 17, and if so, they print it. 8 uses using so sorry for question 8. It's basically uses a for loop to find the sum of the consecutive numbers, and question 8c is pretty much the same. And then it's lab 6. Lab 6, the first question basically, where is it? Lab question is it's just a while loop with an if statement to check if the conditions are true, and until a certain situation with the while loop is false. In this question, it's just uses a for loop for every number from 0 that iterates every number from 0 to 20 and checks if they're even or odd here. And this one is just the same as the previous one, but iterates every number from 0 to 10 and multiplies each number by 9. Question 4, it's just an if-else statement to check if the input number is 0 or not, and if not, the following conditions will occur. And then for 5, it's just another while loop, example of a while loop. This is also another example of a while loop. This is another example of a while loop, but this time it just prints asterisks as in this case an asterisk or any character in the shape of a triangle, varying in the number of times the character appears on each line. And lab number 7. It's just the first question should be the first question just prints each character off a string on a single line using a for loop. No, 2. This one uses a for loop to count the number of characters and thus find the length of the string. Number 3, this uses just the index 0 to find the first character in the string. The rest of the is pretty much the same. For this one, just prints a new string with the first and last 2 characters of the string of the inputted string, using a count as the index. Here, and for 5, this one just takes in the string and divides it by 2, and then takes the answer, which is the middle index, and thus finding the middle character of the string. They're all just related to indexing the string. 7, this program uses a loop to reverse the string that has been inputted and prints that out. 8, it's just a for loop encrypting the string ABC. And 9, this just uses various string methods to alter the string, like replace punctuation dot lower to alter the string and check if it's a palindrome. 10, it just uses a count method to count the number of characters in the string. 11, it's just a strip method. It removes the characters from left and right and returns a copy of that string. 12, this one prints a line full of a character. So 79 time. This asterisk will be printed 79 times on a line. It's similar to it's printing another character would be. And 13, it just removes a specific character from a string. Yeah, it just removes a specific character from a string. 14, and it just this prints out a table of strings, in a visually pleasing manner, basically. And 15. Yeah, 15 in this one, it just uses a random. It's random is imported so that the program will pick two random characters in the string and swap them around. And then for lab 8, the first one is just decimal to binary conversion using an if else statement with a while loop that uses that finds the remainder when divided by 2, and then the calculations are done, and then you get the binary number. Don't forget you have to convert the string input into the input first. For the binary, this is the exact opposite. It's opposite to this one, but it doesn't follow the same calculations. For this one, a for loop. There's a for loop that adds the sum of the variables based on the the calculation given to us in the document. Now lab 9. The first one, basically, this first program just prints all the numbers from 1 to. It's a function that prints all the numbers from 1 to the number entered. This one it's the same. It iterates all the numbers. Function that takes in a number as a parameter and then prints all the even numbers from 0 to 100 and checks if the numbers from 0 to 100, 0 to that number that you entered is even. And then this one is a function that takes in a number of parameters and multiplies them. Takes a number parameter and then multiplies all the numbers from 0 to the number you entered. This is just another function that iterates from 0 to just finds the sum of all the numbers from 0 to the number you entered. This is just factorial of the number. The function that takes in a number and finds a factorial of that number and returns that number. This one just removes a function that removes the first and last letters of a string. 7 is a function that removes the odd index characters from the string with using string slicing here. And for 8, this it's just a function that takes the string and prints the first half by dividing it by the base of 2, and then 9 it just inserts one string into the middle of another string. 10. I mean, for the first program here, it just finds all the sum of the numbers in the list. Number 2, this is the function to get all the numbers and just to find the largest of all the numbers in 6. The for loop goes through iterates all the numbers, and then if statement checks if it's larger than the previous number. Number 3, basically, number 3 is just another function as well. And it just takes a list of the words and indexes and where the indexes account and the word and then you just have to find the word that begins with a 0. With an O. And then for 4, it's the same as 3, but the user selects the letter to check. 5, the function takes in a list of numbers and then returns a new list containing all the even numbers in the previous list. This one is for 7, it just prints the list. 8, it removes the duplicates from the list using append. 9, it assesses the list using an if else statement. 2 statements to check if they are the same. Number 10, functions. It's just a function that finds differences in the two lists. And 11, it just converts the integers in the list. 11 is the first one. Sorry, the first one is it just copies a list into another list. This one is just indexing of lists. So 4 is just using the join method to join the numbers and the numbers in the list together as one big number. Number 5, it's calculation with tuples as fractions. 6, it's just sorts the tuples by the float number. 7 is just using a list comprehension with different conditions, and it's just, in this case, for condition for every number in from 1 to 5. In these, it uses if statements, etc. And for lab 12, basically it just uses all three questions here use different try except blocks for different cases of user input errors. And for 13, okay, for 13, the first question just prints all the values and the keys in key pairs in the order of by the order of keys. Oh wait, sorry, where is it gone? What happened? Oh, there we go. This one prints all the values. So basically, prints all the values by the prints all the values and key pairs in the dictionary by the value of the key. Number 2. This prints all the values associated with the key in the dictionary, basically. And then 3, this prints the dictionary that contains, which just prints the dictionary that contains. This one prints all the keys that contain the numbers between 1 and the number entered by the user. Number 4, it just adds the values of all the two dictionaries together that have the same key. So 200, 200, 300, 300, 400, 100 don't match, so they don't add together. 5, it just prints integers in a string as a string from the dictionary. 6, it just prints the list of countries and the capitals there, so and their capitals as key value pairs. Number 7, it just checks whether the strings are a heterogram, and this one just checks if it is a pentagram. Thank you.